Hello, everyone. I am here today to talk about a childhood ruin that is very, very messed up. Would you shut the hell up over there? Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Anyways, so, excuse me. What's even funny is that I think this series actually I think it started in 2002, sadly. So it's not 15 years, but work with me on this. Anyways, we're talking about this series that actually came as a spin-off to the Sam Raimi films. And for me personally, I thought it was going to be the idea of there's season 1, we get the second movie. Then they do season 2, then we get the third movie. Then we get season 3. And you see what I'm trying to say, right? So, sadly, this series, and of course for those who don't know, it's the new animated series Spider-Man. Spider-Man, a new animated series. So this was featured in MTV, and of course they had like a few things that was a little bit wrong with it. The fact that technically Spider-Man had to be a Power Ranger. Excuse me. Yeah, so he had to be a Power Ranger because they didn't have like enough money to or wanted to animate the fact of him changing in and out of his Spider-Man suit. And also they did want to have him as baggy clothes, but they couldn't do that either because of budgeting. So yeah, a lot of budgeting was going wrong with it, but even so, taking that away, just looking at all the episodes were quite good, and they were actually very, very creative. Yeah, I mean, wow. But of course, many people talk about how Spider-Man was treated in Fox Kids. The fact that in the animated series, they couldn't say kill, they couldn't use guns, etc. They censored Cletus Cassidy. But in MTV, they did the same thing, but in weird situations. The only thing I could truly remember that was the worst censorship that's like, what? MTV? What? Is that they could never show Aunt May in the TV show. You can have a picture of her, but she can't actually star in the series. Why? Because apparently teenagers think old women or elderly people are not cool. So that's why Aunt May wasn't in the series. Yes, I know. That is so laughable, isn't it? It's like, it's Aunt May, though. What the... And of course, they did have Stan Lee guest star in it, though. They had Stan Lee guest star, and he was old, so it's like... Didn't you say that old people couldn't be in the series? And you had him looking like an old man somewhat. Whew. But anyways, this series, my gosh... It was very creative. They had so many different characters, and they even had a different version of Catwoman. They also had someone that was kind of like Red Shauna, I guess that's her name, or Silver Sable, and she was after this relic of a sword. You also had Kingpin guest starring in this. So it's like lots of stuff. Oh yeah, and the Lizard. Yeah, they showed the Lizard already. They just decided to jump the gun and show the Lizard, even though I thought they were basing it off of the movie. So Lizard didn't show up yet. Why did you use the Lizard? They did have Kraven the Hunter, so that was kind of cool. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about all of them. Oh yeah, they did have Electro, but hey, Electro most likely would have never been seen in movie form, except for Amazing Spider-Man 2, but when it comes to Sam Raimi, I don't think he would have been way down in there for him to even choose him. So, how did it get canceled? Why did it get canceled? The crazy part is that the ratings were very, very fair. The ratings were actually very good. But MTV just said meh to it because it was just like, no one's really watching it. So it's technically just MTV's fault for canceling the TV show. Because it was still having good reception. It's just that MTV just didn't give a flying what. Blah. So that's just the messed up part about freaking Spider-Man, the new animated series. And as for the guy who was writing it, I think Michael Bendis actually was a part of it. So it's like, holy shizu. You canceled a freaking series that even Michael Bendis was Brian Michael Bendis actually had a part in. Yes, if you look, it says executive producer Brian Michael Bendis. Holy frick. And you canceled it? Seriously? It's like now looking at it right now because Brian Michael Bendis has done a lot of stuff for Marvel. So now looking back and just saying they did what? It's like, wow. MTV, you lost touch in yourself. I mean, if people knew that you canceled the TV show that Brian Michael Bendis had like a huge hand or little hand in, I think lots of people would just say, screw you, MTV. You're a dumb idiot in the first place. Getting that show. My gosh, you don't even deserve that show. Oh yeah, and also you got this new love interest, Indy, who didn't show up anywhere else. Kind of like Sullivan from Smallville. She was only made for that TV show. Last but not least, it's basically talking about season 2. In season 2, there's going to be more Kraven, and Mysterio is going to make an appearance. So that would have been something cool, I bet, for some people out there who actually wanted to see that. So yeah, they canceled it for no good reason. And you're able to find DVDs of it, but again, this is like at the times where it's like, it's not a good idea to put it in one disc. No, it's not a good idea to put it in all in one collection. No. It's a good idea to split 3 episodes up. Split all the episodes up and put them in different DVDs. It's like, that's always the smart idea. Yes! I'm like, my gosh. Whoever came up with the idea is the dumbest idiot in the world. And should be smacked in the face, punched in the bone-yoings, and just freaking just show that you're the stupidest person known to man. But anyways, yes, so it's found anywhere. Crackle is showing it for free on YouTube. And I think that's it. Yeah, Crackle's showing it. Some people are charging money to see it. Like $1.99 for it. So it's like, my goodness. It's like, if they did have a DVD of the whole entire series, I most likely will actually get it and watch it. Because, well, it is a good TV show. I would love them to revisit it and actually just, upgrade it, update it. But, of course, since Ultimate Spider-Man is still in existence, that means that for right now, that's not going to happen. So, that's kind of the bullcrap. But anyways, thank you for watching. And, yes, this has been Childhood Ruined. Freaking MTV, man. The only 3D Spider-Man we ever have, excluding Ultimate Spider-Man that one time. That's the only time we ever actually had a 3D experience of Spider-Man. And it's sad to actually not even... I didn't even get to see it when it first aired. I saw it when it was on MTV2, when somehow I was able to get it by the old school analog. Yeah, somehow I was able to get MTV2. It wasn't actually like clear as day, but I was able to see it, and I was able to see all of them. I think I saw all of them. Anyways, thank you for watching, and maybe someday they'll have a nice little Easter egg in video games, because remember, last episode we ever saw Spider-Man, he threw his briefcase filled with his Spider-Man suit in there. So it would be cool that in a game someday they actually decide to put that Easter egg in there. And one thing that would have been cool is if the Spider-Man TV show, Armored Adventures, they would actually decide to say, hey, why not actually put a little nod in there for Spider-Man animated series, the new animated series. That would have been cool. But anyways,